Welcome back.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Marty.
Together we are
Mind Your
Bap. Okay.
There we go.
Today we're going to be talking about something which I'm sure interests absolutely every one of you across different genres, and that would be music. And we're not talking about music therapy today because we will bring in a guest at some stage to talk about music therapy as a mental health therapy and strategy towards wellness. But what we just want to talk about today is maybe change what we've been doing and discuss certain music, mainstream music, pop music type of thing, rock music, whatever you're into. Some individuals who have very bravely spoken very recently about it, and some songs that maybe trip things in us or triggers for good feelings, bad feelings, and where that takes us. I'm looking forward to talking about this today, Marty.
Me too. I love music myself. Spotify, as I was showing Sarah before there, literally whatever mood you're in, there's always some music ways that you can relate to, can't you? So if you want to chill out, stick a few chilled out songs on. Secondly, if you want to go to the gym, work out, you've got a playlist or maybe that'll get you pumped up as well. So music's brilliant. I think it's really
just looking at you, Marty. I think you could maybe you maybe need to change the music in the gym because something's not working. I don't think he's really enjoying that.
No, not at all.
But no, I'll tell you what tripped this into my head was I listened very recently to Guy Lightbody from Snow Patrol, and if you're from Northern Ireland and you don't love Snow Patrol, something wrong with your taste in music. Guy Lightbody is an absolute legend, but I didn't realise until he spoke recently about his own struggle with mental health. He has another issue there with regard to an alcohol dependency, or he'd worked through one, and feelings of low self-esteem. And I've been to Snow Patrol concerts a couple of times, and they put on such a show. So on behalf of Mind Your Bap, Snow Patrol, thanks for all you do. And Gary, thanks for sharing your story. Do you listen to Snow Patrol yourself?
Yes, I don't.
What?
Yeah, so when you were saying that there, if you're from Northern Ireland, I don't listen to Snow Patrol.
Snow Patrol.
No offence,
wow.
but no, I've heard a few other songs and they're absolutely very good. But just genre of music, it's not my sort of scene. But he actually told me an interesting story about Gary. So what was that there?
But so Gary, this summer, he met with some local reporters and stuff, and he talked about his own struggle with mental health, and perhaps they've went off the radar a little bit, and perhaps that's part of it. But one of the standout things that he discussed was and you look at these people, you look at these famous people, and and they look good. They're very attractive on the eye, very attractive on the ear, and you see that you think they've got all the trappings of wealth. And you think they've got their life made, and the last thing that you think of is that they would suffer from low self-esteem or low self-worth, or that after a concert that they don't feel anything other than brilliant. But this is the thing Gary was saying, he would play in front of tens of thousands of people, and we're all shouting Snow Patrol, we're all shouting out his name, and you'd be thinking that that's charging his battery. Yeah. But actually what happened after the concert was he would maybe go back to the hotel, and he would end up lying on a hotel floor with a real feeling of emptiness and possibly worthlessness. And to me and you, that may not compute because we're thinking, my goodness, sure he has it made. How many people aspire to be that front man or front woman of a pop band? I mean,
exactly. I would have made it as well. Not there's no way they're going through anything, but there you go. He's basically done what. I mean, what do you say? How many thousand people was it?
Oh, he plays in front of tens of thousands. It's the big crowds.
And people that love music and have any inspirations to do that, you're thinking that's literally the greatest thing you can do. And to relate with that, Robbie, sports. Ricky Hatton was my hero growing up, boxing, and he also said as well. I know it's not music, but he took 20,000 to Las Vegas or something like that as well. Manchester Arena, all sorts of big events. But he said once that was done, literally the doors closed. Suffered depression, alcoholism, drugs as well. So it's kind of related to that you wouldn't think as well. I was thinking Ricky Hatton's got it sussed. Actually met him in Belfast, funny enough, in the Hard Bar one night. He was there was when the fights over here, he had a fight with Ram Burnett, and next thing I heard he could be at the weigh-in. I'm thinking I'm all over this. Was my hero. Went there, he was. That night, messaged me out for a few drinks. Next thing she says to me, "You're not gonna believe me. Turn around. There's Ricky Hatton standing." Over to Ricky Hatton, said to him, "What about you, basically? Pint of Guinness, or sitting chatting boxing for half an hour."
Wasn't a pint of Harp, no?
No, pint of Guinness. So what he called, even chatting to him, though, I kind of realised, you're sometimes they say don't meet your heroes, and it was a different person than what I had this built up in my head that what I met. Lovely man, but at the same time, just a different character. So it just shows you, it's not all it's made out to be.
No, that is exactly it. What about so we had a hero of mine who's sure has bared his soul, and that certainly helps. So when I listen to Snow Patrol comes on the radio now, and I've got it on some of my playlists, I can't help but think of perhaps when he was right, or when the band are writing the song, putting the composition together, what they're going through. Yeah. And it does paint a different picture, and it humanises. Yeah. It definitely humanises some of those people, and offers us an insight into when we sometimes when we chase something, we think that if we get to this point, we'll be made. When actually, as we've said before, it's not the destination; it's the journey that's important, and all those things that might be missing in there. So, so in terms of music, what triggers you then? What puts you in a good place or?
A good place, I suppose. I listen to hip hop. Funny enough, I know people say that's quite aggressive, but yeah. But to be honest with you, no, there's some hip hop as well. You can just listen and just chill out to. You know, I like a bit sort of on the likes of Snow Patrol. James Morrison would be one I would love as well. To be honest, James Morrison. Are you serious?
Is he hip hop?
No, he's not hip hop. No, it's kind of the same sort of genre as Snow Patrol. Something like that there, it's just nice and relaxing if I just want to sit and chill out. Okay. What about yourself?
Well, my
I'm not judging you now.
No, my taste in music is extensive. Yeah. So I grew up in I was born in 72. My mum and dad had lots of like singles and albums and stuff. Yeah. So I listened to. I mean, some of my earliest. I wouldn't say they're my earliest memories from because the songs came out in 72 when I was born. But there's a band called Mud, and they have a couple of songs. One's called Tiger Feet. Yeah. So if you listen to Tiger Feet, it was 70, you know, and so when I hear that, I feel happy. Yeah. Now, my earliest memory of Tiger Feet would probably it would have been a number of years after it was released, but my mum and dad had that, and then and they would have had maybe people in the house maybe on a Friday night, and you know the old record. You're too young to remember it. They had a stacker, so the record player, so you all the records stacked on top of each other. Yeah. Okay, the arm came over and held it, and they dropped down one by one. But Hot Chocolate. Hot Chocolate, I remember Hot Chocolate. Phenomenal. Now, when you're talking, there's some romantic music in there. There's some, oh man.
You like Barry White, are you as well? Yeah.
I like Barry White. I mean, when you look at Robbie Butler, do you not think Barry White?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, it's hanging out of him.
Hot Chocolate, yeah.
It's hanging out of him.
I was kind of talking about that. Diana Ross, do you have in your house, had you?
Diana Ross, fabulous, yeah.
Friday nights, for some reason, must have been my mum was in a good mood. Diana Ross when I went on, and the tape deck, you know. And when I hear that, I'm like, Friday nights where I used to go to youth club, Diana Ross. Bee Gees was another one. ABBA as well.
There's the thing, so you go through all those genres, right? And then so this is in terms of your life journey, you go through different fads and tastes in music.
You do, yeah.
And I remember when I was a teenager going to listen to Garvey, the whole heavy metal scene was massive. It was incredible. We shout out to the LMD, the Lisburn Mad Dogs, in case anybody's watching.
Never heard of them.
I doubt the LMD are going to be watching these podcasts. But I'll maybe tag Neil Copeland into it because he had the jacket, LMD in the back. But you know, I actually listened to heavy metal music for a while. It's hard to believe. Maybe I used to have long hair, but it wasn't heavy metal hair. It was like Ultra Food. And
I used to have hair.
Did you, mate?
Yeah,
it's hard to believe. Hard to believe. So this is the heavy metal music, right? So mostly very angry, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Now I'm not saying it maybe it took people place. I'm not going to make that statement where it took people. But I can't say hand on heart that having listened to it and enjoyed it at the time that it ever put me in a good place. Yeah. Because it was quite angry, it was very heavy, it was loud, it was bombastic and stuff. I will, in my opinion, say that it wouldn't be conducive. A lot of it wouldn't have been conducive to good mental health. But I'm sure I'll get pillared for saying that. But that was my experience with it. Some of the guys that were listening to it were fabulous fellas, absolutely fabulous fellas. The other thing that they did was they did the headbanging. Yeah. You can go on record and say that couldn't be good for you. Yeah. That could not be good for your brain. You know, but it's interesting to be periods in your life where you dip in and out of different music.
And you just when you hear certain songs, it takes you back to that, doesn't it? You know? I mean, I was saying about ABBA there, and my mum would have just. I don't know, I think tape decks were about 45 minutes long, right? The same with it. Like, sort of, and you flipped it over and you had another 45. Whatever it was.
They're all different lengths, yeah.
Whatever it was. I just always remember just going, we used to put it in, used to soon as turn it over, and I'm just going, Mum, I've had enough. We used to have a caravan on my line, and I used to be like, you need to take this out. So actually, one day, I must have been about 10, took the tape deck, hung it out the window. I've had enough of ABBA. But see now, when I hear ABBA, I absolutely love it. Because it takes me back to that time. So, but there's just different bits of music that you do listen to it will take you back to that. And on that note, hip hop, when I was growing up, it was 8 Mile. Remember the film 8 Mile, Eminem? So Eminem, we were all coming up and putting that on, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure, maybe like 12. Putting that in and hearing Eminem talking about all sorts of crazy things. As a 12-year-old, you're going, did he do this? So you're just, you know,
Yeah.
and it didn't really mess with your mind, so can't even think it back. It couldn't have been good for you either.
Actually, I'm going to ask you a question then. I totally respect Eminem as an artist. Like, I listen to some of his stuff. I think he's fabulous at what he does. However, in terms of, you said 12-year-old listening to those lyrics and those words and stuff, in your experience, obviously, isn't this just about our experience, guys? We've said before, we're not therapists, we're not counsellors, we're just talking about our own experiences and stuff. How did that impact you as a 12-year-old? Did it
confuse me?
Okay.
It just was even, I can remember actually sitting there when I was getting my CD player and going, what is this? You know, when he's talking, as I said, the crazy things he was talking about, thinking, did he do this? You know, is this what happens sometimes in the world? And it was that type of feeling of, this is a wee bit crazy, if I'm honest, you know. And then obviously as you grow up, you realise that he was just, you know, his alter ego basically, you know, kind of just trying to sell it. So, but it confused me, to be honest with you. Yeah. And the more as I got older, you listen to Eminem, you moved on to different artists. They all don't talk about the same thing, but a lot of it is violence, isn't it?
Yes.
I can't say, to be honest, it ever turned me to violence or made me feel that I want to be violent, but I don't know, I like hip hop.
But I think I sort of hinted at the range of music that I like. On my playlist at home, I have my shower list.
Yeah.
I have my Sunday playlist, and the Sunday playlist would be, because of my faith, is Christian music, and I love that on a Sunday. And then I have my general playlist, which is a real montage of anything you can think of, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, new stuff.
Yeah.
I would draw the line maybe at the like of Britney Spears, or what do you call that other boy? Justin
Timberlake. On Spotify, are you?
Don't have those. No, I'm not on Spotify. I'm on iTunes.
Britney Spears, you know.
No Britney Spears.
I'll put it up.
But if I do, I'm going to delete it when I get home.
I'm going to check that out, please.
But, I tell you, so you have people who music is a big trigger for them. So I can genuinely say that there's things that trigger emotions in me. That older stuff in terms of very happy memories, but obviously depending on what has happened in your life at a time. I remember as an old romantic when I was in my teenage years listening to a group called Air Supply.
Yes. Okay.
Have you ever heard of Air Supply? Oh my goodness me. Okay, so that was when maybe when you're in your teens, when you're chasing the girls and stuff, and you'd have been maybe listening to really romantic stuff. But when I hear Air Supply, I wouldn't say it conjures up those same exciting feelings that I would have had when I listened to Mud or Hot Chocolate, you know. Yeah. But what I will say about music is, and listening to music you like, it allows you to escape for a while. I think that's what it does. It allows you to escape maybe from the tumultuous life that we live, you know, the speed of life, and it's nice to be able to take that time out and just maybe close your eyes and relax and listen.
There's like my job as well, I do a lot of driving, so see the fact that I have Spotify, so again, same playlist, the ones that I use for playing before the match football, with a team playlist, all my old tunes, and some James Morrison in there. But
James Morrison, what about James Blunt?
James Blunt. No, actually.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. James Blunt is
James Blunt. Singer, isn't he? Good singer. That's James Morrison. He's a brilliant singer.
Good singer. Fantastic lyrics. I mean, and do you know what I like about him? The self-deprecating.
Yeah.
So he had a privileged upbringing. He was in the army, and people don't like him because he was an officer. I think perhaps he went to Sandhurst. I think here's the thing: he is so self-deprecating. He's not afraid to poke fun at himself.
Yeah.
And his music's fabulous. I'm not joking. His music's really, really good. When I hear James Blunt coming on,
you're happy enough.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah.
For me, as a sensei, putting your playlist on, you know yourself. If you have a good 45-minute hour drive, what do? You stick on a wee playlist. If you have no phone calls to make. It's just nice, isn't it? Because you kind of are escaping from your busy life, your busy day, and you have 45 minutes, whatever it is, just to go and put on your favourite tunes and just enjoy.
And then your phone rings in the middle of it and spoil it all.
As always, so airplane mode. Have you any Christmas tunes in yet?
Confession time. Okay, yeah, I've my Christmas playlist, which is taken up all. And do you know something? I can assure you, by the time this podcast goes out, I will already be playing my Christmas music. In fact, my daughter Snapchat me. So I was in Sunday morning, just before I put on my Sunday go to church stuff. I did get my Christmas one out. This was Sunday past.
Yeah.
So that was Sunday. Was it the first Sunday in November?
Yeah.
So people don't like this, but I did. I had my Christmas music on, and I was singing to the top of my voice. And I was bad a singer as I am on these podcasts. And my daughter came in, and I didn't realise that she was standing behind me and she was Snapchatting me. So she had me on her Snapchat, and I turned around and seen her, and that was me doing it. And I love Christmas, but Christmas is an interesting one because for different people, depending on your your life story, it can be a very lonely time for some people at Christmas.
Yeah.
So, and I have to be careful because I love Christmas. I really do. And I'm looking forward to this Christmas immensely. But my Christmas playlist will be on, and I will try and enjoy it as best as possible. But it's always good to be mindful that there are other people who maybe aren't looking forward to Christmas.
Yes.
I think we'll do a Christmas podcast. I think that's really important.
Couple of jumpers.
We'll do a couple of Christmas jumpers. We'll see if our good friend Vince Curry has a couple of jumpers he can land, as you know.
Any glitter beards as well, some what do you call tinsel on my beer if you want, yeah.
Mate, you have oh, so that's crumbs from the sausage roll you were eating earlier. That is, I thought it was tinsel.
No, but Christmas, I do absolutely love Christmas too, and around Christmas time it's sort of, I set aside time and contact friends, and always maybe as you get older you lose a little bit of contact. So around Christmas I always say, right, give me a day, we'll go for a game of pool, whatever it may be, maybe a pint of beer, whatever it is. But that's what I've sort of made my Christmas about now, spending time with the people that matters the most. But we're quite, as a family as well, quite close around Christmas too, and we all usually go to my sister's house. Now if the partner won't be doing that, but usually go to the sister's house. I'm head to toe with the nephew, you know. Just just things like that. It's just brilliant, what it is, and the whole busyness of it. Just absolutely love it. It is nice.
It's nice to get for families to refocus. I was just thinking there, Marty. I think for people that are viewing this, we'll maybe give them a wee task here. In terms of communicating with us, in regard to music, what about we'll try and compile, say 5. We'll compile a list of songs, maybe the top 5 songs which help you, that trigger you for in your mental health and in your daily living in terms of your mental health. Songs that trigger you for good. So we're not looking at the songs that trigger you and bring back a sad memory. Something that helps you. We'll compile the top 5 songs that work.
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice wee thing to do. So we can go back on this and just say, well, look, offer that wee bit of help out.
Do you want to start one? You told me about Nickelback. There was one you were telling me about. Do you know the name of it? Do you?
Nickelback's fantastic. Nickelback are both the most loved and most hated band probably in the world. I think they're fabulous. They're quite grungy in that. But again, that was another one that I only learned that Nickelback actually a number of their songs are specifically related to mental health and quite serious mental health conditions and living with mental health. So with regard to that, there's a number of songs in there, but I'm not sure they would trigger me in a good way. They're ones that make you think.
Yes.
I'm thinking of things that maybe put you in a good place. I'm thinking of maybe the Beach Boys.
Okay.
You know, the Beach Boys make you think of the summer. They make you think. You know, so we're trying to think of things here.
Mr. Sunshine is another one.
Yeah.
It's a good tune. It makes you think of summer too.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll give you one that absolutely floats my boat. Okay. I'm struggling here to remember, but okay. So this is it's a springtime.
Yeah.
You might have to talk on, Marty, because I'm gonna have to. I'll have to. You talk on.
Mr. Sunshine.
Right, you talk about Mr. Sunshine.
But if you type in Mr. Sunshine, it's just a feel good tune. I actually got sent it Snapchat in April. It was a sunny day. A friend of mine, Steve McDade, and he just says to me, just listen to this, mate. It was a lovely day. As soon as he sent me, I was like, you know what, I'm in a great mood now. Stuck it on myself and away we went. So, what's this called?
Okay, so Deacon Blue. Have you ever heard Deacon Blue?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah. Deacon
Blue. Okay, Deacon Blue are Scottish, but what are you shaking your head at, Vince? You haven't heard of Deacon Blue? You have? He hasn't heard of them. That's incredible, mate. The Balmackay boys don't know anything about music. Anyway, so Deacon Blue, absolutely fabulous band from Scotland, right? Okay, and they have a number of songs back in the day. I mean, I don't know how long they've actually been going, but I'm trying to think here. So right, it's not pulling me up the exact song, but I mean, there's songs that remind me of the summer, and there's one in the lyrics and it goes, "The smell of fresh cut grass is filling up my senses," okay, and that's something that triggers something in me. Springtime, summer, holidays, and that does it for me. So thank you, Deacon Blue. You're another good band out there helping people with your music.
You were saying as well in the recent podcast about being kids in Milltown, wasn't it? You were out and about.
Yeah.
You called the hill or something, was it?
Nature. You called it up the lane, and it was up in the fields. Yeah.
So basically, how it made you feel as well. So I suppose you probably listened a wee bit of that, maybe takes you back a little bit too. So.
Boney M. So you talked to me about Milltown. Boney M.
Yeah.
Yep, by the rivers of Babylon.
What's the other one? There's a couple of different ones they sing. There's one I can.
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ. Yeah. No. Different tune than that, obviously.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Boney M.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Right. So what we're going to ask you to do again this week, this week podcast, just a bit of fun, trying to get you to think about music. Please do send us in your choices. We'll get the top 5. We'll report back on it. But don't forget to click in, subscribe, share, and give us some feedback. Really would like you to give us some feedback on what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And I would say in the next week or two, we're going to be putting out a nice Christmassy podcast. So get ready for that. Yeah.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Yeah, we'll get some mulled wine and mince pies in. Maybe bring a special guest in. I wonder who we could bring in around Christmas as a special guest.
Or he wants to do it for us, if anyone wants to.
Dress up in a red suit.
Yeah, there'll be some pies in it for you.
You're not getting any more pies. Anyway.
Don't forget, guys, we're on Twitter. We've had a bit of feedback there, but we'd like a wee bit more engagement. So go on and follow us here at Mind Your Bap, and also on YouTube. Don't forget to click the wee bell twice, which means you'll get some notifications about podcasts that are coming up as well. So yes. Don't forget to like us. So hit the thumbs up, because it'll help spread the message. Also, we'll have a number of help numbers going across the bottom here. I have to go easier on Marty. If you think you should go in easier on Marty, just let us know. Okay, guys, so thanks very much for joining us. We are Mind Your Bap. Mind Your Bap. Thanks. 3, 2, 1. So I go clap 3, 2, 1, and then we'll start. You go, hi. Was it hi, I'm Marty? Welcome back. Welcome back. Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1. Marty, when I say 3, 2, 1, hi, welcome back. Welcome back. It's when you say welcome back.